Good evening, ladies and gentlemen peoples. I will now perform for you an extra prestidigitation. I'm going to make a rabbit come from a hat. Yes, yes. Anybody actually gets that reference, I'd be fucking stunned. I'm just saying that you kids nowadays, they don't know the classics. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just saying. Prestidigitation. It's a magic, yes. I'm going to make a cute little bunny rabbit. Don't get it twisted. This rap shit is mine, motherfucker. Fuck. Yeah. Fuck what you heard. That's what you're hearing. That's what you're hearing. Listen. That's what you're hearing. Listen. That's what you're hearing. Listen. X gonna give it to you. Fuck waiting for you to get it on your own. X gonna deliver it to you. Knock, knock. Open up the door. It's real. With the non-stop pop a stainless steel. I go hard getting busy with it. But I got such a good heart that I make the motherfucker wonder if he did it. Damn right, and I do it again. I am nice, so I got to win. Break bread with the enemy. No matter how many times I break who's sending me. You motherfuckers never want nothing but your life saved. Bitch, that's called a life debt, motherfucker. I won't be the one ending up on your knees, bitch, please. Way. Stay out of my way, motherfucker. Go, let it go. X gonna give it to you. You're gonna give it to you. X gonna give it to you. First we're gonna rock, then we're gonna roll, then we let it pop. They ain't never gave nothing to me. But every time I turn around, cats got their hands out wanting something from me. So I fist the world like a Earl in the bullpen. Me against me against you. A wolf in sheep's clothing. Fight these tears. Work, it's all for the kids. But these cats done forgot what work is. They don't know who they be. They don't know who they see. X gonna give it to you. He gonna give it to you. X gonna give it to you. My eyes really bothering me today, so I hope I can get through this pretty easily. It's about getting down from the standpoint, yo. Go, let it go. Have a seat and listen. Please don't say a thing. In matters of the heart, sometimes the truth will have a sting. Just don't take it personally. This is no attack, but we will never last because I'm white and you are Also white, I only like black girls, the brown girls, the cafe the camera girls and mocha girls just blow me away. If you're a Nubian, I want you to be in every fantasy. But if you're a white, you say 99, you're just not the girl for me. Oh, I hate vanilla ice cream. I like chocolate instead. I hope she likes the soul food with a little Wonder Bread. Don't call it jungle fever, cause that just isn't right. I am not a racist. Some of my best friends are white. I hope for black girls, the brown girls, the cafe the camera girls and mocha girls just blow me away. If you're a cracker, you better get blacker, or else you best get out. It is no sister, I like a sister, see that's what I'm talking about. Oh, our wedding song will be ebony and ivory, and we'll sing Christmas carols around the old Kwanzaa tree. Color is not the issue here. It's dignity, it's class, it's all about our heart. Okay, it's partly about that ass. I want me some black girls, the brown girls, the cafe the caramel girls and mocha girls just blow me away. If you're a crown key, you're singing the wrong key, it's the honest truth. The skin that's just melanin must contain melanin, that is a fun of you. Robert De Niro. So I'm going to try to cut in a little bit because I left a lot of space there. David Bowie. To a certain extent. Ted Danson. Strength mine, strength mine. It's not the way I'm wired, so could you please help me understand why you're giving in to all these reckless urges? Not a fun night. Narcissistic drama queen, craving fame and all its decadence. Lie to your teeth again, Susan. What it take to get it through to you, precious? Know this, why you wanna throw it away like this? Such a mess, wanna watch you. to my sex again. Suicide. Think about it. And over this. Disconnect and self-destruct 1 moment at a time. Everyone will have his day to die. If you choose to pull the trigger, such drums. Do it somewhere far away from here. Diary von Southon came on my like just shuffle earlier today when I was going to work. And if you're not familiar with that song, you know, it looks like it'd be kind of scary. Yes, the balls of Satan is basically what it comes across as. You know, and you know, it's hard to see Diary von Southon, you know, Die. Yeah, it's all very scary German sounding, you know. And but the thing is, it's actually a cookie recipe. And which I find very funny. I was cracking up. When I first found out like what it really was, I started laughing my ass off. Because I know there's some people that never found that out, and they're sitting there like, yeah, it's probably something like, you know, neo-Nazi putz or something. It's sitting there like, oh, he's speaking German, you know, because it sounds like it's like like from a rally or something. And I know some idiots that like just get confused by stupid shit like that. I'm just picturing this moron like, you know, von Southon, you know, and then like, meanwhile they're singing along to a fucking cookie recipe. Time to the show. There's only one time that really out of the ocean. Get to Fishtown without all that jive. I suggest that you drive on I-95. Feeling the downtown, but feeling a fix. Get on that road they call 676, the most expansive expanse. You hearing me? The Cockwood game. 76ers. Charles Barkley. This Larry Bird. Getting on 76ers. Skyscraper. Menaceart 76. Took that bill for the good goodness. Put the pedal to the metal for that boyish crew. And get on down to I-76. Cause in 1996, ain't no tricks in the mix. 76ers, Charles Barkley, this Larry Bird, the long 76ers, Dr. J, Moses Malone, the long 76ers, Jay Stackhouse, and Iverson. Driving like a maniac. I forgot to say, it is Thirsty Thursday. Let's launch it. I figure it's pretty chilly in here. It's only 55 degrees in here. So I figure I'll just do stout right out of the bottle. You know, no chilling, no nothing like that beforehand. It's the way I actually prefer it to be drank. I don't really like it, like... I mean, I'll drink cold stout, but stout really should be warm. Not warm. I never tried that, actually.
Wow, wow, wow. Circus Queen of New Orleans. Is what it is. Circus Queen of New Orleans. It's the kind of chick that make you wish you'd known her. Turn around and you wish you'd never ever known her. Buy a ticket to a show. Circus Queen of New Orleans.
I never tried that. Just try heating it up one time just to see. Boom, 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 boom. I think tomorrow I'm going a day without the contacts. So I don't have to drive nowhere. It's been a job.
Whoa, whoa. Someone drove from Kokomo. They call Shalom. Continue your wife at home. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Circus Queen of New Orleans. It's had a chick like you wish you'd own him. Turn around and never wish you'd never ever known him. Step right up and buy a ticket to this one-man show. Whoa, whoa. Drove from Kokomo. Circus Queen of New Orleans. Oh, oh, oh. Cotton from Kokomo.
I like Squirrel Nut Zippers. I always have. That was one I stumbled upon, like not Squirrel Nut Zippers. I mean, I've liked them for years, but I hadn't listened to any of the new stuff in a while, and I heard that one, and I was like, all right, this is right before Halloween. I was like, I gotta have that for Halloween. I still can't find it on Amazon Music, which is where I was making my list from. La Grippe. That's like a really, like, I like that as a good, you know, kind of like, it's something I could play on Halloween. Not really, you know, it's spooky a little bit. It's got a nice little spooky groove to it. It's not like too freaking, you know. I still want kids to come to my house eventually. Like, I like them to run away screaming, but I like them to get to the house first. You have to be careful what you're, you know. To be just scary enough, you know? I like to think I find that balance. I hope I find that balance. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's still kids every year that just never come up my steps. One of my favorites this year was, it's actually, he's the son of a girl that we graduated with from high school. My wife and I, you know, we've known for years. And we've known his mother, not him. You know, he's still pretty small. But he came up and he was dressed as the Flash. And he wanted me to yell at my jumping spiders and tell them to stay down. Which, unfortunately, actually triggers them. So, like, I had my, I had a whip. I had the spiders, you know, right in front of me, and so that he's telling me to tell them to stay down, and they jump, and so that once they jump, I start whipping, cracking the whip like, you know, get down! Okay, there you go, you know, just be quiet when you pass by the next time, you know. And of course, as he's walking by, stay down, spiders! And boom, they pop right up at him. Like, I'm laughing my ass off, and his mother's there, like, you know, right there, and she's cracking up because she knows I'm trying not to terrify him, you know, but I'm unfortunately failing miserably, scaring the shit out of this kid. She's just like, I am going to be with him all night now. I'm like, I tried. I tried to give him... I even tried to mess him a little bit because he was dressed as the Flash. So, like, when he came up and got candy, I was like, when'd you get here? You know, like... You know, I always love when I can have some knowledge of what's going, you know, what character it may be. You know, obviously if it's a comic or Star Wars, I'm golden. And if I can play with the kid a little bit too, like that, like it always ends up being funnier. Like in some way, shape, or form. Like I years ago I dressed up as Darth Maul, and I think I did a pretty damn good job on the makeup, if I do say so myself. Let's put it this way. I showed it at the Ray Park at a convention. He seemed pretty impressed. He also made everybody just want to buy his autograph or whatever, which I did, but, you know, whatever. He signed stuff for my kids for free, so I don't know if that was normal for him or what, but, again, he did it, so. But the, anyway, I was dressed up as Darth Maul, and, you know, the little kid comes up dressed up as Darth Vader, so, and I had the double blade lightsaber underneath my, you know, cape or whatever, and so, I slashed it down, you know, popped out. And, fellow Sith Lord, I foresaw your coming. And that was years ago. That was like when my wife and I were dating, so it's not like I've seen that recently. I don't think I can really scare people as a Star Wars character. Maybe Boba Fett. Boba Fett might work. Knowing the kids in my neighborhood, they'd start shouting like stuff about the Sarlacc pit or something, and you know.
That is on the radio. Redheads on your radio. Said took a while. Said don't need a microphone.
Yeah, this definitely is like something much more laborious than I expected it to be. Thought I'd be able to plow through these a little faster. So I apologize if I made everybody think like, oh boy, he's going to be done this painting in no time, because it's not going to be no time anytime soon. That almost made sense in my head. I cannot figure out why I still bother me this much. I've been taking the anti-pink eye drops. I've been fucking taking my NyQuil, other decongestant. I hit a blast of cold air when I came out of work today, and like that just fucked me up the whole way home.
La 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 la.
There are times I'll say this. I don't quite understand my wife sometimes. Now, my wife comes to me ready to make it, you know, as I got home, I got done eating, because everybody else had eaten already. And she goes, we don't have any plans this weekend, do we? I'm like, no. But see, I already, in my head I'm going, let's see if you'll choose the right decision here. And what I mean by that is like, for some reason, my wife is always insistent that we all go shopping together on the weekends. That, you know, it's food shopping weekend, and or whatever shopping weekend. Doesn't really matter if it's food shopping. It could be other things. A lot of times, it's for other random run around things where we serve no purpose. Neither me nor either one of my children do anything but end up annoying her because they situations always play the same way. Like at one point she said she wants to hit the dollar store. So I know exactly how this game will play out. Whatever she's looking for will take her a while to find. Usually she does that for like stuff for school, like, you know, little gifts for the kids and shit. So she'll be looking around for a while. I'm thinking probably like Valentine's Day cards and shit. I had to guess. So she's going to be out looking for those things. I will follow her for a little while with the cart or whatever she's got. The kids will be with us. Eventually they start becoming super annoying. The wife then says, go look at toys or whatever. Yeah, so the kids go over and look at the toy. Can we get something? No, we're not getting anything for you guys here. It means, like, I don't want you guys, like, inhaling the cancerous, you know, material that these things are probably made out of. You know, so, okay, they go through like that, you know, and they go back and start looking at the toys. I continue to follow the wife around for a little while, and then I start going, you know, I start hearing noises. Going, I'd better go over and check on that. They are running back and forth in the toy aisle, you know, whatever, smacking each other with whatever toy it may be that they would feel like smacking each other with. I tell them, please guys, knock it off, please. Christ, we're in a public place, you know, please stop it. The chaos continues. I start getting aggravated. I eventually steer them away from this stuff, but by the time we get to whatever the next stop is, they have irritated me to the point that I've decided actually just to give up and surrender to their madness, and I become part of it as well. So then I start doing weird things that irritate them, which then irritates the wife. And we do this, you know, just about at least once a month, if not every other week. And I can't figure out why she brings us. Because when we do these shopping trips, it's usually on the week that she gets paid, so she doesn't need my account, you know, or anything like that. And, you know, it's not like we have a system that's been in place for a while, you know, so that's her account. So I don't know why she brings us. She doesn't need my money. And the kids are old enough now, you know. They're pretty much self-sufficient to a degree. Like, you know, leave me home with them. I can be here. I can be doing other things. They can, you know, Vince will just play games. Sophia will on occasion just find me if need be, you know, like, but for some reason she insists we all go shopping. I don't get it. All we do is annoy her. Actually, for this weekend, I'm like, dude, you know, the Philadelphia Museum of Art is having a members-only preview of their refurbished China exhibit. I would really go check that out, but I've been told it's not going to happen this week. Gotta go shopping. She's at, I think she's a sadist. A masochist, I don't know. It's hard to figure out who's getting tortured more. No, why is she doing this? There we go, alright. Stupid Amazon music. Distracted, I started painting the wrong fucking post again. Maybe it's again because I think about like how I grew up versus I guess sometimes the way, like my wife was the only child, so I guess sometimes like she must have been drug along, you know, all the time anyway, whereas like my mother, when we were younger, for the most part, food shopping was one thing. When I was a teenager, I had to go with her. you know, because I had to help her get things off the top shelves and stuff. My mom's short. But other shopping, a lot of times, unless it was specifically for us, like getting coats or something like that, you know, it was like, you kids have fun on your own. Like, you try not to murder each other. You know, your father will be somewhere. My dad was probably upstairs, you know, or whatever. Yeah, like, he was somewhere in the house, likely, we think. Probably hiding out in the bathroom. Or we had a game or something like that, and then he'd be, you know, go rough. And either way, like I said, we'd all, like, you know. It was very much like the beginning of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, you know, like the fat one's watching the little one, you know, whatever. Good parenting. No, it's not quite that bad, but. But Mom took it as time away from us, you know? We could do our fighting still, just not exactly in her presence. I mean, my mother learned when I was young that I was a pain in the ass to take shopping anywhere. Because I had a nasty habit of just taking off. And I mean, sometimes just flat out leaving the store. I'd, when I was probably like 3 or 4, I think it was Wawa. My mom walked us up to. She walked out to Wawa, and I wanted something. And, you know, she had said no, and then she tried to pull that thing. You know, where like I'm leaving without you, and then she walked out the door. But she kind of like hid right around the corner. You know, kind of peeking out to see what I would do. Because it was like, this was in a front area where she could still see it in the store. And she sees me. And I run out the door the other fucking direction. And just take the fuck off. And she had to drop the milk and everything and run after me. It's like, you know, she never tried that game again. A couple times where, like, there used to be a place, ice cream place called Mr. Mike's. CVS there now, actually. And when there was like once we went up there, like I just took off. I thought I saw my parents leaving. Like there was a woman who had a coat similar to my mom. She had blonde hair. My mom had brown hair. I don't know why the fuck I thought this one was my mom. But I went chasing after her, and then I was like, realized that's not her. And then I'm like away from the store. I had no idea where I was. I'm like, oh my god. It was like 5 or 6. So it was like I said, she learned a long time ago, if she's got to take me anywhere, then she's got to freaking keep an eye on me, because I'll just vanish on her. I won't lie, a few times when we, like, after I've been in my teens and stuff for a while, like, I was definitely in an age where I wanted to, like, just mess with her a little bit sometimes. If we had to go shopping, I wanted to wander away, and then have, like, the store security. Back before they did, like, Code Orange, or whatever the hell they refer to it as now. Some stores have different codes or whatever, you know. It means lost child. If you're familiar with that store, you know what it is. But, like, just, like, back when they used to page, like, excuse me, we're looking for a Mrs. Coates. She's a little boy here with a red shirt, and, you know, whatever. And I always want to go up to one of them and just be like, listen, can you page my mother and tell her that there's, you know, her child's lost? Like, as a 40-year-old man, that'd be hilarious to do. Thought about doing it to my wife, too, but she lets me touch her naughty parts, and I'd really prefer to keep that arrangement going. What the fuck is solid? What am I looking at here? Hold on. that's right. There's a weird like extra post. That's why I'm getting fucked up. Okay, so right here, I'm gonna do this. I was a little stunned. Those are my last 2 stouts. I didn't realize that. So, clearly I need a refill.
All I wanna do is to thank you, even though I don't know who you are. You let me change lanes while I was driving in my car. All I wanna do is to thank you, even though I don't know who you let me change lanes while I was driving in my car. Whoever you are, I wanna thank you. Whoever you are, I wanna thank you. Whoever you are, I wanna thank you. Whoever you are. Do is to exist. Enough on the curve on the shoulder. There's no parking in the truck, causing atmospheric haze. Till I wanna get on it. All I have to say, all I wanna do is to thank you, even though I don't know who you are. You will let me change lanes. All I wanna do is to thank you. You let me change lanes. Whoever you are, I wanna thank you. Whoever you are, I wanna thank you. Whoever you are, I wanna thank you. Whoever you are. All I want to do is to tune in to Radio Hallelujah. So broadcasting live, and we want to hear all of ya. On the mic is Gary Top, but a whole lot more all of ya. Let us hear you, let us hear you. You know we can go in holla. Even though I don't know who you are, you let me change lanes. When I was driving in my car, yeah. Change lanes. Whoever you are, whoever you are,
beginning to feel like I need to like start tempering my own and anybody here's expectations of what this painting could end up being. I just feel like it's getting it's so slow. I don't know what's going on. Just everything requires a lot of work now suddenly. I don't know if that's an actual product of this or like a byproduct of the whole like 24-hour stream and just sort of being like ugh, about because there are parts like that. There are times you just, you hit a point in a painting and you're like, can I be done with this yet? Am I done with, like, I didn't think this would be this labor intensive though. Like, there's so much just to make it look, get the wood to have that right look to it, Like, that's not what I want to do. That's too much. There we go. That's perfect. It was like, I mean, like, anything I'm doing here seems to be, like, it's going to have to be probably intensified down here. Out for a second, I see the sound wave. I'm like, oh god, I fucking forgot to unmute. To traditionalize yesterday. It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. I'm not entirely sure. I think I danced to this. It's a 24-hour stream. I don't remember. I've got as much as I could, at least. I think I did. I remember doing the time warp, drinking those moments when the blackness begat me and the voice of me calling. I don't remember what time it was. Might have been later in the, towards the next day. I have no idea. And a step to the right. Your hands on your hips. Then bring your knees tight. All I do know is my neighbor next door, that I share the wall with on the far side over here, whatever, loves Halloween. Again, I'll go back to that. When I get drunk and I start dancing in like a ghillie suit or whatever I may be that year. Not at all. Into the dimension. With voyeuristic intention. Well secluded. I see all. With a bit of the mind flip. And nothing
can never be the same.
Lucky when the sedation. That's really bothering me. I was walking down the street just to happen to think when it's gonna get back in here. You don't blink. Time ain't nothing.
It's just a jump to the left.
Then a step to the right.
Your hands on your hips.
Really drives you insane.
Does anybody out there drinking with me? Come on. Having a beer? It's really the only time I drink usually during the week. I only drink on days that end in a lie.
The stress and relapses. But these potentially a teenage dream. Just as you looked at me, knew we were bound to be together, bound to be together. I don't know how it happened. I think I see a future, I realize. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny.
I said let us put man and woman together to find out which one is smarter. Some say men, but I say no. Women have to know, not me. But the people they say that the men are leading the women astray. But I say that the women of today smarter than the man in every. That's right. The woman is smarter. That's right. The woman is smarter. That's right. The woman is smarter. That's right. That's right. Ever since the world began, woman was always teaching man. And if you listen to my beat attentively, I'm going to tell you how she's smarter than he, and that's me. But the people they say that the men are leading the women astray. But I say that the women of today smarter than the man in every way. Garden of Eden was very nice. Adam never walked in paradise. Eve meets snake, paradise on. Make Adam work from that day on and not me. But the people they say that the men are leading the women astray. But I say that the women of today smarter than the man in every way. That's right, the woman is smarter. That's right, the woman is smarter. That's right, the woman is smarter. That's right. That's right. He was the strongest man long ago. No one could beat him, as we all know. But then he loved Delilah. Lila say, all the strength is in the hair on your head. That the women of today smarter than the man in every way. That girl at the pretty dance, you can let you not stand a chance. Thinking she's alone, open the door, you find her mama home, and not me.
That reminds me of there's an old joke of guys at a bar, and he sees an attractive looking older woman. Alright. She's making, little passing glances at him, and so, he decides to take a chance. He's like, I've been with an older woman before. So he goes over and he starts talking to her and everything. They're hitting it off, and she goes up to, she goes, have you ever been in a threesome with a mother-daughter team? It's like, no. And he's like, gosh, his daughter's as hot as the mom here. Just fucking done. Well, let's go back to my place. So they go back and they go in the door, and she goes, Ma, I got somebody! It's fucking terrible. Look, fucking viewers just left on that one. It's like, ugh! I should label this as just like a dad joke channel. Those are the terrible jokes. I'll never forgive myself for the Bach joke. I still won't. I use that one to beat myself, like mentally, like the albino in what's it called? Da Vinci Code. I want to torture myself and put that on. Who was the comedian I saw today? There was somebody else that was, I was watching somebody on YouTube earlier today. Tammy Pescatori? I think that's her name. Funny as hell. There's one point she goes through a thing, you kids, it's all about the threesomes with you millennials and stuff. She just goes, I don't even have time for, I got another one in bed with my husband and I'm just going to be like, you got this? Because I got shit to do. haven't seen her, check her out. It's very funny. She can't remember a time that I stood by the side of the road in the night. My man, side on the road, please don't leave me here. Last time I'm here. It's time to give the kids a kiss goodnight. A lot to be said from nowhere. Now, again, I don't know where anybody's from whenever they're viewing from here. Nobody's very talkative, but the in this area we have a jeweler named Steven Singer over on Jewelers Row, downtown, and he has a motto: "I hate Steven Singer," right? Because he sells supposedly, the best diamonds for prices that'll make you want, blah 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 blah, whatever. But he also sells these gold dipped roses. Pretty much my wife gets one every year, for Valentine's Day. I think I missed 1 or 2 years just because we didn't have the money. But she either gets gold or platinum dipped rose. The one she wanted, the color she wanted, was not available in platinum this year, so I had to get the gold one. She prefers the platinum. And, but I do want to say, in a way, I do kind of hate Steven Singer because, dude, can you, make the box any more fucking obvious of what the fuck it is when it comes in? It's I don't know, I know it's easier to ship a box that's almost identical to the one inside of it, but, dude, it's a fucking long-ass box that Steven Singer, right across the, we're 2 weeks from Valentine's Day, I might as well just be look, just fucking take it, it's there, Ass. Shit, us.
And when I'm at the beach, I'm in speedo trying to tend cheeks. What? This is how I roll. Come on, ladies, it's time to go. We're heading to the bar, baby. Don't be nervous. No shoes, no shirt. I still get service. Why? Look at that body.
Yeah, the other night we were talking about comic books on here, and I mentioned about the book I tried to create. My buddy Bungo, a book called Menace. And during the creation process of Menace, I was introduced to the movie Boondock Saints, and I know there's probably a lot of guys that watch it because they're just they think they're alpha males or whatever, and I think that movie's But I watched that movie for 2 reasons. The first reason being, or at least when I did watch it a lot, I should say, was because they did kind of give you a little bit of a hint on how to do like a realistic vigilante type movie. You know, how two bumbling guys could, you sort of can figure it out. So that worked for helping us kind of with our concept. And the second reason I watched it was to just be stymied by the idea of Doc from the Fraggle Rock sitting there going, "Fuck us!" You know, like every few moments. So I will be back in just a few moments. Gonna give the kids a kiss goodnight. Keep working on this. I'm gonna get at least this done. This part here. If this doesn't get done, this doesn't get done. I gotta feel like I did something. So we'll see. Be right back. Alright, back to it. Probably worth noting. If I have heard something, like, there's probably stuff on here where I'll go, I haven't heard this one. I probably heard it on the 24-hour stream. I just don't remember it. So I know there were things that played during that, like in my head, that I was like, oh, you know, I haven't heard this, and it's like, it wasn't necessarily a false statement then, but also don't have much left from that. I was talking to the missus a little bit, and I said, you know, it's funny because it's still really cold out here. I mean, 57 degrees is what it's up to now, and to me that's still cold. Like, I don't like being in here at this temperature. This is literally the type of temperatures where, again, before I started streaming, this would have been the one where it's like, you know, it's cold out, I'm not going out tonight. Like, this is the stuff that would have thrown me off schedule for a while. Because if you're not anywhere in the northern half of the United States at this point, you know, we're getting our asses kicked here with this fucking cold. But then, like, next week, it's going to be like 50-some degrees. Like, it's going to be like 58 degrees, I think, on Tuesday or something like that. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, if it's going to be like that warm, like 58 on Tuesday or something like that, and like 60 on Wednesday or somewhere near it, I'm like, I'm going to be in here sweating my balls off next. Like, so this Wednesday and Thursday stream, I'm fucking cold, dude. I don't like this fucking cold. And the next week, yeah, I'm going to be like, oh. Even though it's not that hot. Even though it will be just about the same starting temperature here, but because I'll have the heaters running and everything on a much warmer starting point, I'll be like, oh my god, it's like fucking hot in here. So you guys may get a strip show. Who knows? You never know. Maybe if you're good, or if you're really bad. I do remember one thing from the 24-hour stream, which I was having some fun with, because I knew he was listening in the other room. Because the computer was on, and I guess I think I was hosting NetDev or something earlier, before I had started the 24-hour stream. And so it ended up like, it carried over, I guess, you know, it just stayed on my channel. And I forgot to turn off the computer in the other room. So it was just on the whole time. And whenever my son was down there playing video games, he was obviously, you know, I was on. I don't know whether he muted me or, you know, changed stuff over. But I know at one point he definitely was listening because I went in to go get something to eat or whatever. And I heard the Be Right Back music playing. And I mean, that's a composition I wrote. Like, it's not, well, I adapted from a song my band wrote, like, a long time ago. You know, like, it's very unique. There's no one else going to be playing that song. So I was like, all right, well, he's listening. And I made a comment about how, like, his language when he's playing video games. And I was, you know, saying all sorts of stuff, basically knowing he's right there listening to it. And I will say, exhaustion almost got the better of me because I was going to make a comment about, like, you know, I am proud of him that he's smart enough. Like, we hear him from the basement. We know he's like sitting there, fucking fuck. You know, 11 years old, but like, and to me, they're just words. So I swear like a sailor on here. It's not like it's anything special, you know. But you know, he's smart enough not to really do it in public. You know, or at least not certainly not when we're around. You know, and he doesn't do it like if his mother goes in the basement to do laundry or something. You know, suddenly you hear what was somebody screaming in the base, you know, to doing this thing, you know, he does that. And I think I made a comment about the fact that, you know, he knows better than to try it with us yet, you know. And that's it, because he starts opening that door and he starts trying to bust stones or anything like that using profanity. He's going to be in some real trouble against his old man. And I went on some rant about the way my friends and I used to bust stones with each other, and without going into too many details. But one of the things I was going to say is I really did come close to saying it because I was like, I'm so tired, it just almost spit out of my mouth. Was that I am not above hitting like the, I humped your mother jokes to my children. You know, and my friends and I used to always do it, like when we were teenagers. Like, hey, tell your mother I'll be over to eat. Like that type of stuff, like all the stuff that we did all the your mama jokes, whatever they may be. Your mama's so fat, so whatever. I banged your mom. There's all sorts of like whatever we do, we throw at each other. So we got very good at them, and I'm not going to go into some of those because I never know who. None of them, my mom potentially be listening, but sometimes my friends' moms could potentially be listening, so I don't want them thinking horrible things about me. I mean, but like it's worth noting that like even like my friends that were girls would do it like to each other, like to us, like it's just funny. Anyway, and these are as far as I'm aware, straight women that would do it. But maybe they did the old college try. I don't know, but it was just funny. We did all sorts of stuff like that. We regularly claim to be each other's fathers, even though, like, mathematically that would never work at all. So, as I said, I've got quite a good bit of experience with your mama jokes, and I'm not above pulling them out against my kid.
Did you hear that the world is ending? Right here, right where we stand. At least no one's pretending like that would even be bad. Uh-oh, made it through the winter. Uh-oh, summer too warm. Live anywhere else, but don't say you weren't warned. Ooh, beautiful Seattle. Fall to the sea.
It is looking like, and if this does happen, that means I'll have to run a rerun or do something. Don't worry, this until May. But my wife and I have been looking because it's our 50th anniversary this year, and so we're like, we want to go away somewhere where we have not been together at least. We've both been to Vegas, but we've never been to Vegas together. And we're talking more and more about doing that because we were looking at other places through. Both our parents are part of like some of those like I guess it's timeshare. I mean, I always interpreted timeshare as like you bought it like a specific hotel and you can go there once a year, like 1 week a year or whatever it may be, and whatever. But this is like on multiple places. I don't know. But anyway, they we've been trying to go through their like things to because that's the only way that you really can get the full use out of it, I guess, if you take multiple a year. So helps trade it off if other people are on that account or whatever. But nowhere we've seen where we can drive is like, do we really want to go there? Like, there's all sorts of places out in like. We've been to the Poconos with one of them. We've been to Virginia. We've been to all these places. It's like, like... So I was looking at other places where it's like, okay, well, we drive 15 hours or we fly. But if we fly, we spend so much that I'm like... I was like, let me see what a Vegas, like, hotel package, is for the same week. And it was like, basically, like, $300 cheaper to go to Vegas and stay at like the MGM Grand than it was to. I was like, you know what, dear, maybe we go to Vegas. It's just fuck with the all this like nonsense of trying to really stinking. All of them are like mountain resorts too. Like every one of them, like the Poconos or up in like New York or whatever, and it's like. And it's like you get up there and you realize that there's literally nothing to do. So I'm like, yeah, maybe we just go ahead and just go to Vegas or something. Go see Penn and Teller. That's literally like the entire reason I would want to go. I don't gamble much. I don't find much joy in gambling because all I do is lose. I never want anything of any real significance. Unless I'm playing with other people's money. I've had that happen. My dad would give me like money to go down to the casinos or whatever, like, because his friends sometimes would give him money to play their cards or whatever, like weird shit. I don't know the arrangements, but it'd be like, okay, whatever you win, just put it in this bet, and if you win a little X past what they lost, whatever. It's weird how the arrangements work, but anyway. And I'm like, okay, and I'd go there and like suddenly like I'd hit for like I'd double their money, and then whatever past that I was allowed to keep. It was like, oh, cool, I got like $20. If I pass that or whatever, Cool. Switch the cards to the next person or whatever. But the second I put in my own $20, or whatever, Like, see, my parents and my brother, I told this story. This is when I got the Bellagio on lockdown. I did contemplate. I looked at the Bellagio for staying. That's like, that would be funny. Stay there and get locked down there. No, my parents took us out, me and my brother, out when I was 21, so my brother would have been about 26. And they got a room. Me and my brother got our own room. And it was down at the Golden Nugget. That was really my dad had like a video game of the Golden Nugget like on his computer. So yeah, as far as he was concerned, that was Vegas, right? Yeah. So we went to the Golden Nugget. So we were down on Fremont Street. And we get there. I think we arrived in Vegas at like 11 o'clock Vegas time or something like that. Maybe midnight Vegas time. And my brother and I stayed up till 4 in the morning Vegas time. So we came from here. So it was like 9 in the morning our time. But like all we did was lose our money like that first night basically. We were playing blackjack and we're like, all right, and I thought I was pretty good at blackjack before that. My brother's giving me tips on how to get better, yada yada, what to look for, and I'm like, okay, yeah. And, it was like Chevy Chase and what's his name? The dude who was from The Princess Bride, Oh, bad luck, sir. Inconceivable, whatever. Like, so he just, the dealer just whooped our ass. We're like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, we didn't win a fucking dime. I went out there with I worked a bunch of banquets for like the holidays of leading up to New Year's Eve as a waiter, and like the banquets were always like you got like some tips, if anybody tipped you while you're running around. For the most part, man, they would just pay a flat rate of like a couple $100 each, and working the New Year's Eve, you got like a fuck ton. I had like a $700 paycheck I went out there with. First night, I'm like, I got $150 left, and Mom and Dad told us we're supposed to pay for our own food. So yeah, we didn't do so hot there. We did figure out though once we got there that like bars at Vegas are usually at least they were when we were there dirt cheap dollar wise. So we were sitting there drinking like $3 mixed drinks and getting lit up. We could drink pretty heavily. Good old Irish blood, I figured we'd take them there. Get our money back. We're at the fucking bars. Hit me! Sir, this is the cocktail lounge. The bit that was weird for us though was we went to New York, and I mean literally we walk in the place, and they have like a runner, you know, it's kind of like Times Square runner, you know, the news runner or whatever, and it says now appeared in the Times Square lounge, the Coates twins, spelled exactly like our last name. Like, now my brother and I look a lot alike, especially then, like because we were both thin. I've put on a little bit of weight since then. He has not. But we were like, oh shit, they know we're fucking there, you know, like, you know. So we went and just to see what they were talking about, and there's just these two girls get on stage, and they were like more like a country western act, more so than I guess. But damn it all, if they didn't look like my niece. I mean, you know, especially I guess now if I were to compare it, my niece at the time was what? Allie would have been, she should have been about 8 years old. But like you could look at her face and you go, oh my god, it looks like Samantha. And it was like so fucking weird. And we started talking to them. Now see, the thing is about my family is that my father's side of the family, of the actual Coateses, like, we don't know much about them. My, at least direct relatives. I actually have an uncle, you know, my father's half-brother, but he never forgave my grandfather for remarrying after his mom had died. So they just flat out stopped talking. And so my dad's never known his brother. And, you know, we were saying that basically to these girls. We're like, you know, we can't help but notice that you guys look a lot like our, you know, well, my brother's his daughter. I'm like, yeah, my niece. I'm like, that's shocking. And they're like, well, you know, where are you from? And we said, oh, we're from Philadelphia. And the one said, like, don't we have, and the other one's like, looked her in the face, like, like, I don't know if there's like some like horrible family secret on that side. It was very interesting. And then my brother and I violated like 3 like Vegas laws, like on our way back to meet our parents. Because you're not supposed to jump in a cab on the strip. You're supposed to get from a cab stop. We just jumped in the cab. Like we were like, dude, you know, you stopped at the light next to us. Like, you got anybody in there? He's like, no. I'm like, cool, you do now. And then we, but before we did that, we were walking. Like, dude, I gotta piss. I can't find an entrance to a hotel. So we went down one of those alleys that basically, like, it's in every CSI episode, you know. And I pissed on a light post or whatever, telephone pole, whatever. It's like 3 in the morning. I had no fucking idea. I was like, I just gotta go. So that was an eventful trip. I mean, think about it. I got the Bellagio put on lockdown. At least the Bellagio Art Gallery put on lockdown. Easily could have been arrested for, you know, public drunk and urination or whatever the hell it would be. Or murdered in that same alley. Could have been either or. I don't think those same events would happen though if my wife and I go out. I'm pretty sure she'd keep me under control. And then, at least 50% under control.
Choose, they croon the ancient ones, the time has come again. Choose now, they croon beneath the moon, beside an ancient lake. Enter in the hostile forest, enter the hot rooms, come with us. Everything is broken up and dances.
See if I can get more life out of this yellow oak, or not yellow oak, cerulean. I need the cerulean to be healthy. The chromium. Need some more yet. Naples yellow tape. Or Naples yellow red. Yeah, that'll work. Indians scattered on dawn's highway bleeding. This crowd, the young child's fragile eggshell mind. Shit. Goddamn. Well, it would seem to me it is very unlikely I will crack that goddamned goal tonight. Oh well. I'm pretty damn close. Pretty proud of it, nonetheless. So I think when I started this month, I want to say it was just barely at 80. I think that sounds right. Throw like some of the cerulean back in there too. Let's show some cobalt. Let's show cobalt back there. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a bitch right there. So the nice thing is with that, it's this is like kind of the back line there. We can just pull it up to meet the undercarriage there of those back-ended bunch of mahavers. Thingamabobbers, you know. I don't want to get all scientific on it right now, but thingamabobbers. they say it, MIT, the who's the what's it's. What the fuck is that? It's like a feedback thing going on. That's messed up. Anybody else hear that? So it's like a little more of a step there. When I'm sailing, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Admittedly, I did not really want to be like sort of painting around the things here, but I really wanted to figure out the patterning first before I actually like went through and I think I have to make sure is I gotta get like a hard line like here just so it like looks a little more. I don't even remember how I made that color here. There's like this dark like green purple and I don't know how. I literally do not know how I did it. I think it's supposed to be like the under. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Alright, I got it. That's good. Give to me sweet sacred bliss. That mouth was made to suck my kiss. Look at me, can't you see? All I really wanna be is free from a word that could be. I need a relief. Do you want my girl to be your thief? Baby, just for you, I'll do anything that you want me to. Kissing. You can't hurt me. Suck my kiss. Kiss me, please don't hurt me. Stick with this. Alright, now I need to put on the description of this Thirsty Thursday. Oh well. Doesn't seem to draw anybody in on it anymore, so I don't know. Done. No, this part is like just killing me. Like it's not finished yet. I'm glad I did not like because I was borderline kicking it around on Sunday about trying to stay up until it was finished. Like make it like a 24 hours or until the damn thing's finished painting, and that would have been horrible. But I'm pretty sure that I was. The guy was already aware that if I kept going, I was going to fuck this thing up bad. I'd rather this take longer than I expected than, you know, ruin it trying to finish it in a day or whatever. You know. Real life is so hard.
It's where our heads are. My hand in your heart.
This is a blackout. Don't let it go to waste. This is a blackout. I want to detonate.
And you are so far. I got apart. Lose all my sonar. You jam my radar.
This is a blackout. Don't let it go to waste. This is a blackout. I want to detonate. Sometimes I feel I'm getting stuck between a handshake and a fuck.
You've got me on guard. I got my head start. Head in your heart. The same in the stars.
This is a blackout. Don't let it go to waste. This is a blackout. I want to detonate. Sometimes I wish that I could change. I can't save you from my brain.
Got a real type of thing going down, getting down. There's a whole lot of rhythm going round. Got a real type of thing going down, getting down. Now we want the funk. Give up the funk. Now we need the funk. Can't have that funk. Now we want the funk. Give up the funk. Oh, we need the funk. Can't have that funk. Na 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 na. Ah. Na 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 na. Ow. You got a real type of thing going down, getting down. There's a whole lot of rhythm going round. You got a real type of thing going down, getting down. There's a whole lot of rhythm going round. Now we want the funk. Get up the funk. Oh, we need the funk. Gotta have that funk. Oh, we want the funk. Gotta have that funk. Oh, we need the funk. Gotta have that funk. Na 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 na. Ah. Na 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 na.
gonna turn this mother out. We're gonna turn this mother out. You got a real type of thing going down. Yeah, a device to hold your hand steady is only good if you haven't been drinking. Getting down, there's a whole lot of rhythm going round. You got a real type of thing going down, get down. How we want to fuck. Give up the funk, how we need the funk. Can't have that funk, how we want the funk. Give up the funk, how we need the funk. You gotta have that funk. This mother out. We're gonna turn this mother out. We're gonna turn this mother out. We're gonna turn this mother out. We want the funk. Give up the funk. How we need the funk. We want the funk. Real type of thing going down, getting down. Real type of thing going down, getting down. There's a whole lot of rhythm going round. You got a real type of thing going down, getting down. Dude, how the fuck did that been up? Hold on here, whoa. How'd that brush get that fucking... like just sitting here like this? I think it's time for its brother to come out soon. I ordered like 3 of these brushes at the same time, and I've only been using one, you know, like just to make sure that as it gets damaged and broken and bent and whatever. Fast asleep, you lie awake and think about the girl, and never ever think of count sheep when your lonely heart learns its lesson. Be hers if only she would call in the wee small hours of the morning. That's the time you listen. this, right? You'd be heard as long as she would call in the wee small hours of the morning. That's the time Miss Sorry, it was 10. Well. See, this might not even be done by Sunday. That really that actually depresses me. It really does. That actually makes me quite sad. This is definitely starting to remind me of like the that version of The Last Breath I did. I mentioned it the other day. It sort of felt like this. Is like there was like this moment during it where I'm like, okay, I just need one more. I'll paint it one more day. All I need is another 2.5 hours. I'll be done this painting. And then 2.5 hours went by. I was like, all right, I need just one more after this. This will be fine. I'll be done. And it was like there's an incredibly small section of that painting that took me. And I mean like a small section of that painting. And that small section took me 3 hours on its own. Because it was a lot like this. Where it's like, okay, I'm going in and I'm putting a little dash here. I'm like, well, that dash did too much. I need to go back a little, do this, pull it back a little on this side. And then like, oh no, that was too much. Now I got to pull it back this way. And it's like, so it had a lot of that same kind of, we got to work it, we got to rework it, Put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it, And this is stuff that, I mean, like I think a younger version of me would be so like angry with myself right now that I'd borderline like be on the edge of destroying this, which would be stupid beyond belief. But like I'd be getting so frustrated that I'm not near finished it yet that it's like. That all rationale would just, start to vanish a little bit and just go, oh, well, fuck it, we'll just get rid of it, Who cares if I put in, like, let's see, this is episode 7, alright? I mean, we're on The Last Jedi right now for this. No, fucking shit. Yeah, we're on The Last Jedi. Shit. This is episode 8. Fuck. So you figure, okay, one of these episodes was a 24-hour stream. So, even if you give me some forgiveness with the drawing, because I did tend to drag that out, just because I was trying to make sure it had plenty of work to be done on the 24-hour stream, but still, we're looking at already about 40 hours worth of work on this so far, and like I said, I'm stunned I'm not farther along, because I got all that still to do. And that means that shit's gonna be. If this has been now almost Jesus, this has almost been 3 fucking episodes. That's fucking terrible. I apologize to literally everyone. like, let's check this out so far, or come in to check this out. This is just dragging on. Because there's still the touch-up shit that needs to be done still. The flowers that are up here, there's the bushes, you know, the trees that limbs that need to come over. There's still a lot once we get past these fucking steps. So I hate to say this, like, because it's one of I literally was just praising the fact about streaming keeping me from doing this the other day, but like, this is one of those moments where when I wouldn't stream, you know, when I would just paint, this feels like one of those areas where, like, say if I did the 24-hour, just decided to paint 24 hours, at some point I would have hit a fugue state and I would have just been going. And I wouldn't have come out of it until basically the damn thing was done. There's probably no chance I would have even made it last 24 hours. I just would have gone. Like, at some point I would have just warped out, you know. I mean, the downside of that is, like, especially now, like, I mean, I had my daughter back then, my oldest, but, like, now having a family, you know, they kind of want to actually interact with you. And at least when I was going to college, like, my ex had my kid most of the time, so. You know, I had those weekends where I could just out and nobody noticed. I do that a lot of times. I just describe stuff like a sound or whatever. I don't know how to explain it though. Like, I mean, if you've been in that situation before, like, you've been in that spot, like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, and you don't, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems. Like, a bitch is like half full. No. Trying to get this one to jump out ever so more. That's like definitely like a reflective green tint to it. It's not jumping out of this, we're just like triple the fucking thickness and boom! It'll jump out of you. Pow! Right in the kisser. Pow! Right in the kisser. was reading an article today talking about the reviews or whatever for like a new screening for the next X-Men movie, and apparently it is not doing well. Dark Phoenix is not being well received. And it almost got me thinking for a second, like, you know, like, are they almost purposely fucking it up? Like, if you make it toxic enough of a property that maybe you're trying to, like, make it so, like, Marvel won't touch them for a little while or something, you know, like yeah, we're selling Marvel, Fox, you know, the Fox movie division, or not Marvel, yeah, well, Disney. Ugh, excuse me. Like, yeah, we're selling the movie division, but you know what? Fuck those guys for making better movies than us. Fuck them. We're gonna make this shit so fucking terrible that they, you know, nobody's gonna want to fucking think about the X-Men for a while. Because my understanding was this is the third screening. The first, like, was like, you know, the original cut. They went through, they did some reshoots, and it still wasn't well received. So they went through, did it again, did more reshoots, and it's still not being well received. So, like, at this point, man, you got a mess on your fucking hands, and you kind of want to go, if you got that big a mess, are you doing it on purpose? Like, you know, we've all been at some point in our lives where you were at a job you didn't like or whatever, you know, and so you kind of start really half-assing it because, you know, like, you know, it's like, you know, fuck it. Fuck them, you know, like, this'll, I might get shit canned eventually, but you know what? It'll be kind of fun along the way, you know. I don't have to put in that much effort on the, well, I'm done, you know, headed down that path. You know, like, kind of like a, let's see how much I can fuck up before they shit can. I use that phrase a lot, shit can. And if you're offended by that phrase, grow a pair. And, that's all I can say. That's all I got to say about that war in Vietnam. Had to change. Where could you go swap out dimensions? It's so far because I love this drama. Was the entire hip hop era. Miles and shit. We beat to rap, what key beat to lock, but I'm cool like that. 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 I'm cool. That's a lot. That's alright. What's up? chill like that. I'm chill like that. I'm chill like that. I'm chill like that. I'm chill.
Friends don't let friends drop linseed oil.
Okay, 7 and a crystal. So, with asteroid belt. Just the braids and a piece like that. 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 A piece. Like that. Smooth like that. Jive like that. Girl like that. I funk like that. I funk like that. Ring like that because I swing like that. You swing like that. You swing like that. We out.
I think we're going to be calling it soon. I think I'm done trying to figure out when this is going to be finished. We're just going to let it go. You know, like, it'll be done when it's done and we can't fight it. It's going to need a lot of work. If I try to fucking, I hate not finishing this. Oh, damn man, like it really does bother me. This area is not even like wrapped up yet. I mean, this has got to be driving anybody who fucking watches. Like, just fucking do it. Like, move on. Like, it's not there yet. Not ready yet. And again, see, I go, this is like really problematic for, especially for like Twitch, because like what I'm doing here primarily isn't for you guys. You know, like, sorry, my eyes are really starting to bother me too. That's the other thing. I'm getting near time for drops in medicine. It's like, it was hard enough earlier. Now it's like really starting to irritate me. Like, this is all for people that will view this in person and have to get close and nasty with it. Like, you know, nasty with it. Don't like, you know, don't chisel my panties or anything like that. But, like, you know, this is for people that are going to want to, like, that to it and figure out all these, like, weird little, like, moments in there. They just sort of like pop up at random. Little colors that are going to be hard to spot from a camera angle. Yeah. So it feels worse, I think, to me in a lot of ways. And I'm thinking about like how you guys, yeah, someone who's checking in, like, I came in on the 24-hour stream or something, like towards the end or something.
or even like Monday night stream, and saw basically almost the exact same image. You know, not that much has changed, and I feel bad. I feel really bad about that. That there's like so much that hasn't been done. And part of me wants to say there's no excuse for it, but then part of me says no, there actually is. It's one of these things where young me was so concerned about, like, especially like junior year, I'd say, for some reason. Well, that's when I was having a lot of like reactionary stuff to the Van Gogh show, but like during junior year, like I was just about like, I gotta make new paintings. Yeah, I gotta do 3 paintings a week or whatever it was, you know, like. I just wanted to make. I was trying so hard just to get to like, I'm gonna do 700 paintings just like Vincent did, or whatever. And it's like I'm nowhere near that, you know. Even like I never got close. But back then I was so convinced I could do it. If I just paint 5 paintings, a week, or without ever coming to accept like certain terminologies, certain realities of. What Vincent had that I did not have. Don't get me wrong. My master had a horribly difficult life. I'm never going to try to say, like, oh, he had it so much easier than I did. No, I know he didn't. You know, I've done all my reading, believe me. I know all the letters, like, you know, well, all of them by heart or anything, but I have read them. I know the strains he went through. All that being said, though, he got to paint full time. Once he started painting, that's all he did. He didn't work another job, you know, he didn't have to do any of that stuff. And as stupid as that sounds, it's fucking huge, and he has no idea, you know, he probably had no idea really how fucking important that was to the world in the end. Because he'd never make 700 paintings if he had to, you know, if he had to work a, 9 to 5 during those times or whatever, or, you know. Certainly not in 10 years, let's put it that way. My understanding was, I mean, they say it's certainly in the movie. I believe it was a legitimate like conversation that was kind of like sort of had or whatever, which is like, you know, Gauguin gave him shit about the fact that, like, you know, he had to work in the fucking cold, and, you know, sometimes just so he could afford paints, he didn't have, you know, a Teo sending him paints and stuff. I believe that really did happen. Part of their fights. Again, this is one of those things where I'll say, like, I'm definitely deviating a little bit from the source, because there's some of these have much more of a you know, darker tones or whatever, maybe in the overall design of the or the overall coloring of the log, or, you know, handrail, whatever you want, yeah. And they're wooden logs from handrails that make the handrails, but I'm trying to be a little bit loosier, goosier with it. I can speak English more gooder than anybody here. Just to give it again a little bit of pop away from the backgrounds and stuff, to give it a little oomph, you know, let them separate from each other. And I mean, it's pretty simple, color theory wise, you know. Oh fuck no, we're not doing Christmas music, man. We're not doing Christmas music. I mean, the good news is, well, I'm gonna go back. They're pretty simple color theory wise. Green backgrounds, you throw some red in, and it'll make a pop. You know what I mean? Like, it's literally all it is. It's not a whole lot of, like, you know, excessive planning or whatever being done there. In a couple spots, just throw a little extra, you know, ultramarine or ultraviolet in there, ultramarine violet, or ultramarine blue, you know, and it'll darken up in front of the one in front of it, and boom, there you go. You know. Again, not overly complicated in how we're doing the color theory on this. I'm trying to keep some of these bluer logs to be a little bit bluer. Cold ass honky. Rolling in the hell deep into the mezzanine, just in all. Gator shoes, those are green. Sitting next to me. Probably should have washed this. Smells like R. Kelly sheets. Piss. But shit, it was 99 cents. About the captain and flashing it. Go and get some compliments. Passing up on those moccasins. Someone else had been walking in. I really want to get through, like, that's your grandpa. Can I have his hand-me-down? Thank you. And his house slippers. Doobie Brown, the jacket that I found. I had a broken keyboard. I bought a broken keyboard. I bought a ski blanket. Then I bought a kneeboard. Hello. Epic Pro Wings make it cool. Sell those. The sneakerheads will be like, oh, he got the Velcro. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome. Wanna bump some tires? Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome. What you know about rocking a wolf on your noggin? What you know about wearing a fur fox skin? I'm digging straight to that luggage. One man's trash, that's another man's come up. Thank your granddad for donating that plaid button up shirt. Cause right now I'm up in her skirt. Your grandma, your auntie, your mommy, and mammy. I take the second hand. I rock that motherfucker. But then once you with the socks on that motherfucker, I hit the party and they stop in that motherfucker. They'd be like, oh, that Gucci, that's hella tight. Like, yo, that's $50 for a t-shirt. Limited edition, this is addition to dollars for a t-shirt. That's ignorant bitch shit. I call that getting tricked by business. That shirt's hella dope. This club is a hella don't. Gang, tell me take a look through my telescope. And get girls from the gram. You hella won't. You hella won't. I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm on. Looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome. I'm wearing your granddad's clothes. I look incredible. I'm in this big ass coat from that thrift shop down the road. I'm wearing your granddad's clothes. I look incredible. I'm in this big ass coat from that thrift shop down the road. I'm gonna pop some tags. I'm looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome. Is that your grandpa's sweat? I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. The needle tears a hole, the old familiar sting. Try to kill it all the way, but I remember everything. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away. stains of time. Oh, fell in. Alright, I'm gonna call it for tonight. I'm out of beer. I am still right here. Alexa, stop. Alright, we're gonna call it for the night. I'm pretty sure it's just me here anyway. So I failed my mission for 100 followers before the end of the month. Oh well. Eyes really bother me. Alright, next stream is Sunday night, 7:30. We'll see how far we can get again. I apologize, this is taking fucking forever. But again, I'd rather it fit and work than not. So, fuck it. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Who's still here, if there's anybody. Later. Oh my God!